What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy GS, and today we're about to go ahead and do the team builder for the defense. If you guys missed the offense, feel free to go ahead and check that out, where I tried my best to make a team for 100k, and it turned out to be like 176k. Listen, don't sue me, okay? So today we're gonna go on ahead and like I said, do the defense, and we're gonna start off with the left end. And again, from my opinion, my personal experience, after using some of the best top players in the game, I feel like whenever you're looking for a pass rush, finesse move is going to be better than power move. J.J. Watt is disgustingly terrible. I don't recommend any J.J. Watt card. But if you run towards that man, it's GG. He's great at stuffing the run. Really good. He has a ton of power move, a ton of strength. He's going to disengage, and he's going to get to the running back. But as far as just getting to the quarterback, he doesn't do a good job. He doesn't. But somebody who does do a great job is Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley is an animal. He is a man of honor, a man of respect. Almost 90 finesse move, 87 speed. So this man has a ton of speed. Look at that. Somebody just bought him. He has a ton of speed, and he's going less than 10K. For less than 10K, I promise you, this man is going to get to the quarterback once a game. It's just too much finesse move, too much speed, too much strength. He has almost 90 strength with 90 speed almost, and 89 finesse move. And not to mention, I believe Edge Blitzer is +1 speed if you max out, while adding to his finesse moves. So you can get this card up to 91 finesse move, and I believe it's speed, if I'm not mistaken. So without a doubt, no question about it, if I had to get anybody on the defensive lineman for the left end, give me Vic Beasley. No doubt about it. So we're gonna go Vic, and I've used this 94 overall Beasley, and he was freaking amazing for me. Like, I only had him for a little bit because whatchamacallit came out. What's his name? Reggie White. So I didn't have him for too long. And Reggie White is better, but Vic Beasley is like the next step under Reggie, and he's so much cheaper. Reggie White's a freaking animal, but so was that 94 Beasley. So next up, we got ourselves a right end, and again, I'm looking for finesse moves, and I can already tell you that this Daniels is going to be glitchy. But let's see if we have a Daniels, a different version of him that's cheaper. That's cheap, but still, pretty good. 86. Okay, 92 is expensive. I had this one. This card put in work for me. Work, because he has high block shed and high finesse move. If Hunter wasn't out, I think I would have tried this 94 Daniels, because his block shed and finesse move, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So we're gonna go with Mike Daniels right here. 91 finesse move, 90 power move. So on the edges, you have Beasley with a ton of speed. You have Mike Daniels with a ton of finesse move and also block shed. So we're gonna go with Daniels, and we are also going to go with Beasley. That amazing 1-2 punch right there. So let's go right there. Now, defensive tackle, I've said multiple times, there's yet to be a defensive tackle that I think is worth it. Nobody has been good for me. Not a single one, from the legends to the highest overall to nobody. There hasn't been a single one. The only one that I remember doing somewhat pretty good for me is going to be too expensive for this video, but it was the flashback Wilfork. This card, because he has 94 strength, 93 block shed, he's a big bastard. This card I remember putting in work for me. But other than that, there hasn't been a single defensive tackle that really stood out for me. Not a single one. Not one. So I would just look for guys with strength and block shed. And Ndamukong Suh, really good power move, really good strength, really good block shed. I mean, for less than 10K, you cannot go wrong. And if I'm running a 3-4, I would just go with just him. But if you're running a 4-3, I'd probably go with Geno as well. And again, no defensive tackle is really worth it. I mean, I'll go a season without mentioning a single defensive tackle's name. It's a shame. It's a shame because we have White, Randy White, who doesn't do anything. I have what you call it, who doesn't do anything either. Leroy Glover. It's there's no D tackle worth it in the game. There's none. There's no need for you to save up and get a D tackle and think they're gonna do like amazingly well. I've used them all. I went through all of them, and the best defensive tackle might be just going out of position. Might be like, I really think, I haven't tried it, but I really think like Reggie White would be like the best defensive tackle. But right here, we're going to go left outside linebacker. Now, linebacker is a position where it's very important, right? You want to have success in this game on defense, you need your linebackers to be quick. You need them to have speed. You cannot deal with the slow linebacker because they're not going to get where you need them to in time. The faster they are, the more havoc they're going to be able to create on the field. You need block shed. You need them to be able to play the run, and you need them to be able to play the pass as well. So speed and block shed is what you're really looking for in a line. This guy right here, if you do out of position, this guy is a monster on the defensive line. Monster for so cheap. Like, he's really, really, really good. You take a look at his power move and finesse move. 93 power, 86 finesse move. And he goes for like 4K. But right here, we're looking for speed and zone coverage and block shed. So right here, we're going to take a look at Bruce Irvin. 86 speed. He has the speed. He has the speed. He's very, very fast. And again, he's not going to have the block shed of a Haley. You know, if he did, he'd be a lot more expensive. But right there, he has the speed that we want. Let me see. I think Bruce might be the move. Okay, we got Barwin here. Barwin, pretty decent speed. Block shed is only 79 though. Let's take a look at this Morgan. 82 speed, 86 block shed, 85 strength. I mean, for the value, it might be Bruce. It might be Bruce. Let's take a look at his zone coverage. '81. So he has really good zone coverage. Really, really, really good zone coverage. So this is definitely the move right here. We'll go Bruce Irvin, put him on the board. Somebody I can rely on that's going to get to the position he needs to quick. Left outside linebacker. We're going to go Bruce Irvin right here. And right here we need a right outside linebacker. And somebody I was able to use that I loved. He doesn't have the block shed that you prefer, that I prefer. But Sean Lee, BCA Sean Lee did wonders for me. This Brown right here though, I know he's gonna have great speed. Block shed's a little low at 81 though. But he has the speed, and speed is very, very, very important. He has great zone coverage too. 84 zone coverage. Sean Lee doesn't have great block shed either. 85. I mean, not compared to like a Clowney or something like that. But Zach Brown. But Sean Lee is also really, really, really good at zone coverage. Like this Sean Lee, when I had him on my PS4 squad, did like really, really, really good for me. 86 zone coverage. The only problem was I had to get rid of him because I went up against somebody who was so run heavy. I'm talking about not just running the ball with 3 tight ends stacked to one side, and his block shit, he's not built for that. He's not built to handle that. But if somebody doesn't do that, they just had regular wide receivers over there, he would have did all right. But Sean Lee If you're looking for a good player that's going to perform, that's going to make plays for you, Sean Lee is the move. I would love that team of the year, Sean Lee, see how he does. Now, middle linebacker, almost 95% of the community user their middle linebacker. And I think that's the easiest position to user as well. I used to user the safety, but then I realized that that's a no-go, because if I try to jump a route over the middle, I'm leaving my zone and I can get beat over the top. Middle linebacker, if you leave your zone, you're just giving up, you know, the middle of the field. But if I try to jump a route to the left and I give up the middle, it's not going to be a touchdown because I still have my safeties back there. If you use your safety and you try to jump a route and you're wrong, you can give up a touchdown because it's over the top. So it's safer to use the middle linebacker because you still have your safeties. So when you user block shed, finesse move, power move, awareness, none of that matters. All you need is speed. That's all you need. All you need is speed. You just need to be able to user the field and run around quickly. Woodyard has good speed at 84. Mosley, this is Shane Mosley. Mosley has good speed at 85. Ogletree with 85 as well. But without a question, Jones, 89 speed, 6'1". This guy, and you can get for free for doing the solos, but this guy right here is going to be a user animal because he has amazing speed. And even if you want to leave him alone, even if you want to go on ahead and user somebody else, you can still, and he has pick specialist, so you can, coverage linebacker, I believe, gives +1 speed, if I'm not mistaken. You might be able to give +3 speed on him, because I think coverage linebacker, tier 2, gives +1 speed. And I think Super Bowl President gives +1 speed maxed out too. I know pick specialist definitely does. So if that's true, you might be able to get +3 speed on this card. But anyways, this card right here, a ton of speed, a ton of speed, and definitely need speed when you're using your middle linebacker. If you use your middle linebacker, that is. But even if you don't use her, he still has very good block shed. He can still make plays. Now, for another middle linebacker, as if you run a 3-4, then I would want somebody with some good zone coverage. I would love Dansby right here, because Dansby has almost 90 zone coverage. Not the fastest guy in the world, but I would just need him to play his hook zones, his flat zones, whatever zone I put him in, very, very well. So I would definitely go Dansby. Very cheap option. I still have him on my team. I still have Dansby. I still have this card right here on my team. Still, to this day. I still have him in my lineup because his zone coverage is so high. He has very, very, very good zone coverage, and I know I can count on him to play his zone and play his zone well. I'm already at 156. Yeah, defense is way more expensive than offense. Right now, we need ourselves a free safety. And again, the original was to try and get under 100k, but that's just, I mean, at this point in time of the year, if you can't do your solos and you can't put together a 300k team, then you're just refusing to take the time to do your solo challenges. It's just you. You're just refusing to not get the free coins from the journeys and solos and stuff like that. That's on you. That's on you. But right here, very important, man. You're gonna need some speed. You're gonna need some somebody with good zone coverage. And this card right here does amazing for me when I had him on my PlayStation squad. This McCourty did very well for me. Very, very well. To the point where I definitely recommend him. Good zone coverage at 90. Very good play rec. And somebody who just flat out just made plays for me. And for the price that he's going for, definitely somebody you can count on doing well. McCourty. And I like this Team of the Year version too. It's just I just like more hit power, but that card definitely makes a lot of plays. You can go ET3 too, but right here for strong safety, we have Cam. We have a Loca who has a ton of height, 6'4". Okay, so far nobody's really standing out. I didn't really like that Malloy. Collins does very well. 90 speed, 94 hit power. Just his coverage, 83 zone coverage though. Everything else is amazing. Just not a fan of that zone coverage being so low. This guy has field general with tackle machine, Antoine Bethea. But he might be the better option out of everybody else I see here. Yeah, he's the cheapest, best option I see that I would like. For 30K, you got yourself good speed, and you got yourself great hit power. Zone coverage not the best, but his pursuit and speed should hopefully, you know, just have him where he needs to be making plays for you. So we'll go Landon Collins. And then right here is the toughest thing because it's tough to find good corners that do very well that are cheap. It's not easy because one, they're going to be too slow. I mean, 85 speed, that would get torched by a 92 speed wide receiver. It's impossible to get good guys that are cheap because they're all too slow right now. I mean, even Pat P at 89 speed. Receivers got 92, 93 speed. He's not going to be able to keep up. They're going to fly past him. So you're going to have to get to the, you know, 60, 70, 80K range to even find something decent. Like you have this Pat P here. I used that Pat Pete, and when the year first started, I said that the base elite Pat Pete was the greatest defensive player so far this year. We got this Color Rush Harris. Yeah, it's just you're not going to be able to find guys. This is where it's really going to get expensive, really, because I mean you can go with, you know, a Revis, a Talib, Smith. They're cheap and slay, but they're slow. And you go against somebody with, you know, 92 speed, 93 speed wide receivers, and they're just not going to be able to keep up. And their zone coverage and coverages really isn't the best either. So I mean, if you have minimal coins, I'm talking about minimum, and you cannot save up, then I would think that Butler, the BCA Butler, with 89 speed, the most feared pet Pete, because he has 91 speed. Roby, and again, this is all just speed related, man, because you just, no matter how good your coverage is, if you're too slow, you're just not going to get there. You're not going to be able to cover. You're too slow. So you got to go cheap with some speed. This Roby is about 20K. Butler is less than 20. The Peterson's less than 30. And you got decent speed out there with 90, 91. Like, and then you have Team of the Week Slay, who's going for less than 40. This Slay right here, he's got 91 speed. You're going to need at least 90, 91 at the minimum. At the minimum, I wouldn't dare try getting a cornerback with less than 91 speed at this point in time, or 90. Like I said, if you have to, I know the Butler doesn't have 91 speed, but you know, you got it is what it is, man. And then this car right here, this is about like what I would put on the field and feel comfortable with. Now, this 100K challenge is a huge fail because it's 336K. But it's tough finding very good defensive players that are very, very cheap. Offense you can get away with, but defense it's tough because it's tough to explain. But definitely you do not want to be cheap on defense. On offense, I can put together a cheap offense and move the ball. On defense, I cannot put together a cheap defense and stop guys consistently. I have the top defense in this tough stopping people in this damn game. Definitely, you want to be able to put more emphasis on defense than offense, because offense is just easier to do. Like on offense, you control everything. An out route is an out route, right? Jerry Rice is going to run the same out route as a bronze player. The difference is going to come in between, the route running where they create separation, stuff like that. But you get to control the out route. You get to control how long you want it. You get to control all that stuff. On defense, players play cloud flats differently because of awareness and zone coverage and everything that factors in. Guys just react differently on defense to certain plays, where on offense, if I call an out route, like I said, they're going to run the exact same out route. No matter what, they're going to run the same route. But defense, their zone coverage, they're going to play different. It's just weird to explain, man. If you had to choose between an all bronze one side of the ball and a God tier other side of the ball, I think most people would rather go with a God tier defense and a low tier offense, because it's just easier to make things work with a very low offense than with a very low defense. I mean, good luck. I mean, if you're able to do it, then you are very good at defense. I can't. I need speed. I need awareness. I need block shed. I need height in certain positions. I need those things. On offense, I can do without a lot of things, but on defense, I need everything. But that's the end of the video, fellas. Let me know if you guys want a specific team builder. Let me know if you guys want a team builder around a defense built to stop the run, who I think are the best run stoppers, who I think are the best pass rushers, who I think are the best guys for interceptions, the best guys for blitzes, things like that. Let me know. I don't mind, trying to do this with my knowledge that I've been able to use, that I gained from using all of the top players this year. It's your boy Jess Smith. We're going to go on ahead and signing out. Peace!